Hello, hello, hello. We are here for the 100-day challenge, days 70 and 71. So, if you watched my previous videos, you may recognize these. These are two of the tags left over from the whack and stack I did maybe 2 videos ago on this project. And I said I had 2 left that I was going to save for later. Well, here we are. So, I'm also double timing this particular one with a Facebook challenge that I'm doing, a hashtag bingo challenge on Facebook. It is hosted by a channel or page, I guess on YouTube it'd be a page. So Darn Twisted, SEW, Darn, DARN, Twisted. She also has a YouTube channel. She is a paper crafter like myself. But yes, she runs the Facebook group, and she has the bingo challenge. I thought, 6 isn't enough. Why not add a 7th one in there, right? So my bingo challenge this week is pocket, book page, butterfly, and lace. So I already had this one planned out. It was going to be a pocket. That's why there's the little notch there already cut out of it. So I had one element already of the bingo challenge. Now, if you go to Facebook, and I think you do the same thing that you would do on YouTube, and that in the search bar, you would type in hashtag, what you're looking for. It should, if you can't remember the name of her channel, if you type in hashtag bingo challenge in the search bar on Facebook, I think it should do the same thing YouTube does and take you to all of the channels that are using that hashtag. And in this case, hers is the only one. All right. So I have my stickers out. And one of her rules is you can use other stuff in your challenge. You just can't not use the 4 you're given. So you can add to, but you cannot subtract from. And I'm just cutting some of the excess clear plastic off from around the sticker. Starting with some greenery here. It's hard to see because, it's clear sticker on clear background. And unfortunately, what that does is also makes it so that I can't really get the sticker off because these are ones that's got like they're cut out of the backing. So you should be able to just, peel them, bend and peel it off. But because I'm cutting around it, I'm actually eliminating that. I want one more set of greenery. No. This one I'm not going to cut around. There's not a whole lot around it. But yeah, you can see where you should be able to just peel it, bend it back, and peel it off. Just layered those 3 stickers. That's just to give it a little something over on the side of the pocket. Now this is paper lace, and it is, I don't know how well you can see, it's actually made with book page. So I've collaged book page onto scrapbook paper. Where'd that one go that I just saw right there? And with die cuts, if you ever think, it's easy to miss something when you're looking at it from this way. But when you turn it around, you can usually see where you've missed one. So there's another one right there. You can see the weeds that you didn't get weeded out when you do it that way. So this is the lace I'm using. It is lace. It is paper lace. And I used embroidery floss, and I just added some back stitching here just to kind of highlight those little whooshes. Tricky part's going to be in gluing this down. Try to get glue onto the big pieces, big portions. Because that'll help. So, like where it's not holy. And then in the holy on the edges. It is going to be a sticky mess. Try to center that. All right. And then I have a butterfly. This is cardstock butterfly. It's actually from a set that I got at the dollar store forever ago. Giving some ink around those edges. Because this die cut was done by at a commercial manufacturer. So there's even more imperfections than if it was done by a human. That was why I did the orange stitching down here, was to tie in the orange here tie in the orange here. Okay. And then let's see. Misspelling on that one. I should just throwing it away. I don't think any of these are small enough. Okay. How do I feel about these? Let's see how this one. Let's see how I like this one. For my little challenging here because I can't really put the paper all the way in like I normally would. So I have to just kind of go in and then hold it. Okay, I can't really keep a hold of that. So we're going to do a little trick. Take a Post-it note. And that gives you an extra, gripping, something extra to hold on to. think it's too big. Could have trimmed it down, but then I'd have to re-round the corners. Or leave it, squared off. I mean, that's an option too, I suppose. So there is my hashtag bingo challenge. Pocket, lace, butterfly, and book page. You can even see the 23. Little bit of the words there and the 23 from the book page. You would have been able to if my camera would have focused, but put my pin back here. I'm going to put my stickers away. Okay. Now we have number 2, and I'm doing this as a tag. This I'm going to do as the top because it is more plain. I'm also going to tear down some book page. Which I think is funny because then it's covering half of that. Brand new glue stick. Down to my last 3. Got like 3 weeks before I can order another case. And then however long it takes for Amazon to get them to me. So if I run out of glue sticks before I have the spendable cash, then you will see me switch over almost exclusively to my Fabrifix until I get a shipment of glue in. Probably gonna have to do a case of Fabrifix actually in probably June, maybe July. I only have 4 bottles left. Just trimming her a little closer than I did the first time. So as you can see with her, she does only have one arm. This was off the cover of a pattern, like a pattern envelope. So subjected to whatever is available. And I'm not going to go all the way down because she's going to hang off the bottom of the page. So not all of her second leg there is going to be visible. How's everybody doing? I hope all is well. For those that have had some sickness, hopefully you're finding some health again. I'm still kind of battling this respiratory whatever that consumed my life several weeks ago. I haven't really been on Facebook today, so I don't have an update on my nephew, but my nephew is in the pediatric he's in the pediatric ward because he has viral pneumonia. It finally took him a few days to even diagnose it. They weren't sure what was going on. He was running a fever and cyanotic, but not a whole lot of other symptoms, is my understanding anyway. Got him in, finally got him a room, and yeah, they think it's viral pneumonia, and they've had him hooked up to oxygen and all kinds of funness. So again, I'm going to pull these out. It's because I think there's some fun ones in here that I think will kind of add okay, I want one going that way. Brown. Let's start with that. As you can see, I still have a whole bunch of those, so you'll see those kind of making appearances over time. I may dump a bunch like these really bright yellow ones. I may drop them into a pan of coffee or something because they are very, very bright. And that's most definitely not my aesthetic. I'm not a bright squirrel. Like this peach, this yellow, this lime green, pink. Now I am kind of like putting them all overlapping the edges because they're rounded on each end. I'm changing my mind on the pink there. I was thinking more along the lines of maybe her glasses. Or her shoes. I don't want to go with a dark blue. Go with the dark, kind of pull down from her glasses a little bit. Go down, snip all of these little ends off. Oops, more up here on top. Okay. That puts her there. I also have flower cutouts. I think those are too big. Those. And these. Just to go with a little something extra in the background, you know? I don't hate it. And then I have I also pulled out my little corners here. No, I don't like those. I'll be cutting that, cutting that tail off. Don't worry about that. No. Nope. Okay. Cut this off for starters. Okay. I'll show you this trick again if you have not seen it on previous videos. Let me get this mess cleaned up here. I gotta figure out where I can put these. Right now, they're just kind of housed in my little glue storage caddy here. But, it can't be their permanent home. So with intricate little things like this, I don't remember which creator. I'm not going to bother squeezing that. I'm just going to take the cap off. I don't remember which YouTube creator I saw do this, but I thought that's a brilliant idea. So you pour a little bit of glue or squeeze, and then you just dip your die cut into that glue, and it gets it, everywhere it needs to be. Come in, mop up any excess. Clean off your hand. Or you can let it dry if you're one of those glue people. Remember when we were kids, put the Elmer's glue on there, let it dry, and then you just peel it off. If you're into that, you can always let that dry. Harken back to your childhood just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to ink around this lady as best I can. I'm going to going around the laces and stuff. I put her on something stable. Because again, this is off of a pattern envelope, so it's very, very, very thin. Just get those little crevices there. Okay. Now I'm going to go this way so that I'm not going against those laces down there. Little nubby there. Garbage. I feel like I want an uppy downy word. I think they're still on my desk and within arm's reach. They are. See if I have one that A, I like, and B, is small enough. Definitely don't want to do the purple. I don't like the pink. Turn the heater off. Like a door. That blush. They are falling off my table and landing in my lap. All right, Gail, like you, I often end up right back at my very first one. Oops, missed a couple. Yeah, I don't think I necessarily need to ink it, but I'm going to go ahead and ink it anyway. Just to cover up any cutting imperfections there. Let me get off of there. Extra piece of paper there. A door. Okay. I don't have anything offhand to cover the back with, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. But there we have day 70 and day 71 of the 100-day challenge. Got just enough battery to be able to take a picture with the flash. So thank you for tuning in. We're almost done. We've got 29 more days, so just a little less than a month left of these, and I will have completed this challenge without fail. Scary. Again, go on Facebook and search for #bingo challenge if you want to see what a bunch of us creators are doing here. And I will be incorporating this challenge into my other challenges moving forward. Yeah. That's all we have left. Yay! So hit the like button on the way out if you didn't do so on the way in. I would greatly appreciate it. It gets me into the crafting algorithm and kind of keeps me there. So more people see my content. Feel free to share my channel with others that you think may be interested in what I do. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and we will catch up with you on the next video. Bye.